I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast. I'm formerly on Pornhub, Smackin It Raw. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter. I am here with my co-hosts. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, and Story Time with Ms. Katie Kinsey, baby.
Hi.
And hold on. I got something special for you, Vince.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A ver.
And we'll do this.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us and your friend Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve.
What the?
You can thank Allison for that. She made that after our discussion last week.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, did you really take time out of your day to try to make the Steve?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely not.
Absolutely no.
No, because like that doesn't seem like it'd be like within your character, but like that was a great job, man. That was a great job, Allison. Fantastic job. If she had,
character
had some,
and or skill set.
Yeah. Man, y'all didn't tell me the Tribal Chief got let off the PWI.
I haven't even talked about PWI yet. Katie's here to do that. But before we do that, I want to thank everyone. By the way, he is Steve, but also my friend Vince, Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, Deadbeat Poppy, Vicente Alejandro Delgado Estrada.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, but before we let Katie do all of those things, I got to tell you about youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm, helps find new listeners.
Steve, why is that important?
You're a whore?
That is correct. I am a whore. And he's probably going to be calling me that a lot under his breath tonight, as I continue to call him Steve. I'm a whore for your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Which means you got to watch the shows, you got to watch the clips, you got to watch all the Creation World things, and you got to like. And then if you find something funny, or if you have an opinion or a thought, or you don't agree with me, or you think I look stupid and you hate my bald head, you got to put it in the comments and let me know. Because all of your hate, all of your negativity, or positivity and love, all boosts that algorithm and helps more people find me. And the thing about whores is we love to be seen, we love to be heard, we love to be touched, we love to be consumed in all forms of media and physically. So please do that for me and get that out there. Also, flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live. It was recently announced in the latest episode of Creation Conversation that we are moving the Creation Conversation to Thursday evenings at, I believe, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. I might be off an hour there. It might be 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. I'll double check that. But
Crazy.
I think it's 6:30 Central. I'm fairly certain. Also, Smackin It Raw is going to be staying right here on Saturdays, but starting next week, we're bumping it up an hour to 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and getting off will be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern for Trick or Trivia. And then going forward, that is moving to 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern on Fridays because my work schedule changed and it fucked everything up. So now
Because Matt hates us.
my availability is all fucked up. You can blame Kate. Listen,
I will never
I would
blame
never
Kate.
blame your beautiful,
I'll
beautiful
blame
wife.
you. Let's all blame Matt. We're
it
trying
wasn't
to
Matt's
get us to
choice.
blame.
I mean,
It
it was
technically was your choice, but
it wasn't though. Like I promised her 8 years ago, and then the opportunity came up, and I could not do it. Like,
It was your choice the day you
This-
chose to marry her and make her happy the rest of her life.
that was a choice I made.
I thought that was about to go a whole different way, and never mind.
Wait, I'm curious to know what Katie thought I was going, but for later.
Well, for now, twitch.tv/Creation World, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you take them, you touch tips, you scissor, you fusion ha. However you want to combine those two, you combine those two together, log them in together, and then you get a free sub on Twitch every month. Costs you absolutely nothing. You can give that to your favorite content creators, which should be me, is me, probably should be always. But if it's not me, maybe it's Katie. You know, she's over there doing the She Leads Showcase thing. She has awesome shows and things. Maybe you just, you know, she's got that see-through shirt on. You're like, if I can see more of that, I'm going to go sub right now on Twitch. Like, do those things. And if not Katie or me, we have our friend Will, you know, over at City Radio. All these great content creators, just make sure you use that free sub and show them some support and don't let it go to waste. Don't let Jeff Bezos keep all that money. Get it out there and get it to someone who will benefit from it. Like, but with all of that said,
Matt, you should check the group chat real quick. I can stall for time.
with all of that said,
Oh my
we
god.
might have we might have a guest and a rant because you know we got time. Why not?
Because you know he can't do it on his own show. he'll do it again tomorrow. Don't worry. Steve. It's gonna be. See, this is why I hate when it gets played because it gets stuck in my head.
I don't
It's
want
catchy.
I don't want it to be a thing.
Listen, the amount of TikToks I saw with that sound, it just like gets stuck in your head after a while. You know.
You know how hard it actually took me
All right.
to try to get it out of my algorithm on my For You page on TikTok is ridiculous.
Well, now it's back.
God damn.
All right. So with all that said, Katie, until our guest does or does not show up, depending on when he sees it, news and rumors. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so it's crazy because like the PWS stuff was like the main thing I had, but I can bullshit a few more things. Chamber of Horrors, not horrors, what he is, horrors.
That's fine.
That's you. Is coming back. Scarlett announced that her and Shotzi are going to do season 2 coming out, I believe, next month. She didn't give a specific day. But I'm assuming they're. Wow, he got in here so fast. That's actually crazy.
I want to correct y'all about something. I already ranted. We just finished recording about 45 minutes ago. I'm just still pissed off. But please continue.
Wow.
You're correcting her.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't say that.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
I'm out here just trying to do my job. Shit. Okay, I'll just do PW stuff since he's here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from Young Kings Wrestling, one half of Young Kings Wrestling, King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name, but more importantly, when he is here on Creation World, Dr. Reek Baker, BBC.
What's up, y'all? I missed y'all. That's the biggest reason I wanted to come through. But
Well, I appreciate it. We love having you
this,
here. You're always
this,
welcome.
Yeah, no doubt. But this situation just gave me a catalyst because I live reacted in real time to what I heard. But yeah.
Well, PWI 500 came out the other day. The top 10 was released, and people were in an uproar, whether it was about number 1 himself or a certain tribal chief not being on the top 10, which I didn't even like register in my mind that he wasn't.
He's not on the list at all.
Yeah, you didn't make
He's not on the list at
500.
all. Really?
Yeah.
Stop the fucking
Thank
cap.
Thank
Stop
you.
the fucking cap.
Thank you.
What?
I'm not bullshit. We just, bro. Spoiler alert. 90% of this week's episode is going to be about the PWI 500.
I can't
That's
believe
how
Bro,
long
what
the
the-
episode went.
That's
Because
just-
I did not know this going into the episode. I just looked at the top 10 list and I'm like, okay, yeah, we got to talk about this week.
I knew it because I listened to Powerbomb Jutsu and I heard them say it, and I was just waiting for Katie to bring it up and mention it. But now you're here, so Katie, please continue.
the top 10 will go from 10 to 1. I really can't believe Roman's not on there. Holy shit. 10 is Mystico. 9 is
Who?
Big Gunther.
Should be
Because
higher.
I mean, well, Jesus made the joke on She Elite that he's number 9.
9?
You know, yeah. I didn't make the joke. That was Jesus. I'm just repeating what he said on my show. Number 8, Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati, John Moxley. That's for you, Matt. You're welcome. 7, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Number 6, former El Campeon, Damian Priest. Oh, look. See, Jesus is here. 9. He knew. Number 5, Tetsuya Naito. He did win the G1. Sure. Number 4, Seth freaking Rollins. Number 3, Will Ospreay. Number 2, Swerve Strickland, who had a nice comment to say that he loves lists now, poking fun at the BWI from a few years ago. He's
real funny.
Yeah, we're so fun. And then number 1, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa!
That's for Zoe.
That's for Zoe.
Which I had no issue with, by the way.
Cody deserves number 1. He's had a hell of a year, and anyone that has a problem with it isn't paying the fuck attention or is just mad their favorite wrestler didn't make it. I'll even give Swerve number 2. Like, from where he was last year to where he is now, hell of a rise, AEW champion. I literally saw someone on TikTok going like, what has he done? What has Tony Khan done? Like, what has he achieved in AEW? He needs to go back to WWE, this and that. I'm like, he was literally just the fucking champion, like, of the entire company.
All the matches with Hangman. I don't know. I'd have to look and see what the cutoff was. That might be the issue for Roman, is the cutoff and how many matches. Than Gunther?
I'm not, depending on when the cutoff is, because
I'm gonna look.
I got that. No.
Oh.
Don't move a muscle. I got it because we already covered it. Because that's how deep I had to get into this.
Good.
The evaluation period is from August of 2023 to July 31st of this year.
Okay. When did Swerve win the title?
It was.
I'll look. That one we don't know. I'll look that one up.
It was like 3 pay-per-views ago. What was that shit called?
3 pay-per-views ago.
Dynasty. When was Dynasty?
Was it Dynasty?
It was sometime in the summer.
Hold on. Give me a second, people.
It hasn't been that long since he's been champion, though.
No, it hasn't.
Well, he already lost his title, so
he won.
I want to say June or July.
Oh, wait, hold on. That didn't tell me. That told me when Brian won. That's not what I needed.
Because it didn't go that long. I'm saying June, because I think that's what it was. No, it might have been May, because he defended at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
The point that matters is he won the AEW World Heavyweight title before the evaluation period was over. Now, as much as I love Big Goon, and I believe Gunther should be way higher, he should definitely be top 5, if not number 3. I will say that. Big Goon was Intercontinental Champion for the majority of that reign. When did he win the World Heavyweight title? At SummerSlam?
He just missed the cutoff period.
Missed the cutoff, which is why I'm giving this to Swerve over Gunther for the year. Because, yes, he was champion. He had a historic reign and then lost to Sami Zayn, but it was a mid-card title versus Swerve winning the main title in a large company, nationally televised company,
won it
for the very first time.
21st in Dynasty.
Okay, I was raising my hand, but yes.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Matthew, because all the full criteria that goes into this, as it's said through the PWI, is that it includes not just championships won, but the win-loss record, the quality of competition, the major feuds, prominence within the wrestler's promotion, and overall wrestling ability. All of that allegedly goes into the criteria.
And they had to have wrestled a certain amount of matches in that criteria, though.
Which is probably why Roman didn't make the list, because he didn't wrestle enough matches in the criteria period.
He didn't wrestle a lot.
Still bullshit.
Listen, it's bullshit that he's not on the list because he's Roman fucking Reigns. I agree with you, but I'm saying if there is a qualification number of matches and he didn't meet that, that's why he didn't make the list.
There is. I don't remember the specific number of matches, but there is, because I remember when I talked to Kristen like 2 years ago about PWI stuff, she told me. So
is that who
Roman
that Warren knows? Again,
That's
full
Warren's
spoiler alert. We
girlfriend. Yeah.
invited Warren Hayes to the palace because I need to talk to him about this bullshit.
Mr. Warren
I
Hayes.
got that revved up about it.
Now, here's where I take issue is, again, Gunther at number 9 over, with Seth Rollins above him, who had a lot of time off in that evaluation period. John Moxley, who wasn't very prominent on TV in that evaluation period.
Exactly.
MJF, again, a lot of time off in that evaluation period, even though part of that he was AEW World Heavyweight Champion for that evaluation period as well. So Gunther being below those guys, I have an issue with. Mystico, Sin Cara, the original, at number 10?
Wild.
He's apparently doing very big things.
Here's the thing. There's so many people that have donned the mask of Mystico. I'm not sure if this is the original Mystico. It's not the Sin Cara with the tattoos that threw a can at Sheamus or Chris Jericho, whoever the fuck that was. Or if it's a new third guy, because there's been 3 different dudes.
But what has he done that qualifies him to be number 10 on this list? Is my question.
We haven't seen it. That's the issue, and this is a more global thing. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying we don't fucking know. We're just taking them based off of their word, based off what they saw.
I don't care if it's Rey Mysterio under that mask. He is not about to be ranked above Drew McIntyre, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, among many others. There's no way in 2024. No way.
I'm not even arguing Titty Suernado, right? Do your thing over there in New Japan. Happy for you. IWGP Hungry Man Champion, ICUP Hungry Man Champion, doing your thing at part of the evaluation period. I get it. But from what I saw, he had a match on Dynamite Mystico specifically.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything new. He wasn't doing anything in a major promotion except for a match on Dynamite and maybe a little bit of something in New Japan. I don't remember. I didn't when I saw, it didn't seem like he had really done anything outside of here you go for.
I guess
matches
in
wrestled,
Mexico
maybe?
He's been doing enough. I don't fucking know.
Well,
I'm not on any of the boards.
I've noticed. I can't recall if it was last year or 2 years ago, right around the time where we had Kristen and Warren Hayes on the show, where they also had Hijo de Vikingo on at number 10. And if it's a thing where they just feel like they need to add a Mexican or luchador in the top 10 for diversity's sake, kudos to them. Mexican Independence Day tomorrow. Might as well give it to a Mexican. Give us something.
If that's the case, why not put Andrade in there? Hell, why not?
Well, maybe he hasn't. Maybe he hasn't had the same run. Like I said, we haven't seen anything that he's done. Maybe he's had a good run in Mexico.
I'm about to say some wild shit, but if you're gonna put any Hispanic wrestler at number 10, personally, I think it should be Dominic motherfucking Mysterio.
There we go. There we go.
I'm just saying. If you're putting anyone on there for the run that he had, for the prominence of TV, for the matches.
Question is, I'm on the list.
He's 100% right. I can't argue with that. Because I was thinking that too. Because I said Ray, but I'm like, yo,
I'm assuming Dom's on the list somewhere.
As far as, and again, going on the full criteria, you've been featured enough. You hyped enough on TV. You wrestled enough matches. You know what I'm saying?
You got the most heat of anyone that walks out on TV.
Dom has been on Mondays consistently for like a year.
Yeah, and I think didn't he win the North American title?
Yes,
right around that
twice,
time period?
Didn't he?
No, not in that time frame.
Okay. No? But however,
I thought he beat Trick in September.
Fuck, I don't know. Time's not real. Let me look.
Like the last No Mercy.
He did.
We'll fact check it.
Fact checking. It's good.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I'm not going to be mad for a Mexican to make the top 10 list, especially if it's a non-controversial one like Alberto Del Rio or Vicky Guerrero.
Hey, I'm good with it. Just get the right one. Because Mystico damn sure ain't it. Ain't no way. I'm sorry.
He was champion of War Games last year, so it would have been in the evaluation period.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Dominic Mysterio should have been in the top 10. There we go.
I'll just stop trying to fucking Google since Jesus is Googling everything for me. God damn it. I'll just put my fucking phone down and sit here.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, man. We came prepared this evening. Came very prepared.
All right. Any more talk about the PWI before we let Katie move on with her news and rumors?
Both of you too assume I have more news and rumors.
Do you not have more news and rumors?
Better than Roman Reigns.
No, I don't have any murders.
Okay.
Wasn't there like a rumors that the Mercy Machine Guns had already signed with WWE?
Yeah.
And
I'm
apparently,
sick of that bullshit. I wait until they fucking show up on TV. I'm sick of.
I've been hearing the
rumors and
Motor City Machine
speculations.
Guns are coming to NXT for like 3 years now, and
but
they haven't
it's
shown up.
it's
So.
news and rumors. It's not just news because the
I
rumor
don't do
rumors
also
existed
signing
forever.
stuff though. I've never done signing stuff
um,
unless they show up on TV. When they show up next week in fucking NXT, I'll be like, "Hey, guess what? Motor City Machine Guns are NXT now."
I mean,
I heard that Penta supposedly signed already with WWE, and then he's waiting for Phoenix's contract to expire so that he can also be signed. Yeah, I've seen it
But we
from
don't
reliable
know.
sources. Yes.
I saw Stephanie Vakir twerking in
I also
a
saw
workout
somebody
video.
working in the
Yes.
gym.
That is newsworthy. You guys should go check that out when she debuted.
Oh wait,
indeed.
She has visa issues, so that's why she hasn't debuted yet.
She didn't have my Visa, MasterCard,
That's not how that works.
Amex.
No,
not at all
not
how
that
that works.
visa.
Oh shit.
Not all.
I got a couple. You know,
Y'all really out here just trying to give your visas away. Shit.
Give them to me. I'll take them. Visas, Mastercard.
You won't
credit
twerk
union.
on camera for me, Vince. You ain't getting
He
shit.
won't even get shirtless on camera.
oh, you made so many broken promises in your podcasting career. It's ridiculous.
Which is why you're
What,
Steve.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? How many promises
There was-
have I broken?
there was
That's Steve.
There was the shirtlessness.
tattoo.
There was the neck tattoo. Like, there's some, I'm sure there's a couple other.
Sheamus.
Like,
Dan
Oh.
gimmick that you killed
oh,
and then
Okay,
tried
well,
to bring back.
listen. That was an honest mistake. But however, I never once promised that I would take off my shirt on camera. Everybody just peer
okay,
pressures me
that's
into it.
fair, but it's
That's
a
why
top
we said
500.
Roman's not in there.
But it's it's 500 wrestlers.
It's because he showed up on TV, but like realistically, how many matches did Roman Reigns wrestle in that time period?
And
Probably
to be
less
fair,
It's only
than
like
20.
it's less than 10, honestly.
So
Well,
then I think the thing is 10 matches. So if Roman couldn't wrestle 10 in a year, that's on Roman.
Now the nice thing
I
for
still
Will
have it up.
is
Hold on.
for every Roman Reigns who doesn't make the list because he didn't wrestle enough matches, somebody that Will has interviewed, has made friends with, has met, has worked with out on the indies, may get a spot.
Y'all ready for this? He actually wrestled 6.
See,
Damn.
he wrestled 60 matches in 4 years. I don't want to hear this bullshit anymore. Tribal
It's-
Chief,
it's-
I
it's
love you,
Reese.
but god damn it.
4 years of being the champion. He only lost 1 match in that time frame until Mania.
I've seen Reek right now go through like many of the stages of grief. Started off with anger. I've seen bargaining. Right now he's at acceptance. Right now with the 6 matches for Roman. So it's like that's what I'm seeing for.
Then Bruno wrestled once a week.
Like, that's crazy.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get into our weekly review, ladies and gentlemen. Really cool thing happened on Monday. The new Purge movie dropped. You know, we've had like the Forever Purge and you know all that. This was the Purge American made. Little people were suplexed by littler people. Chairs were chaired. Headshots were protected. Sticks were kendoed. Tables were gotten. And Wyatt's sixth all over that match.
Like that description.
well done. Proud
Very
of him.
well done. I like that.
The Purge American made.
Okay.
Better swallow.
Swallow.
Swallow, bro. Fantastic. I like the way they opened up with that. Got it out of the way. Like, because it was the most anticipated thing. So you just gave the people what they wanted.
I was saying the
Yeah.
whole way through, like they were just giving out pay-per-view matches on free TV. That's crazy to me.
This week, yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I sneak that little people were suplexed by littler people in without Katie giving me shit?
I said,
That's what I
wow, that's
You did.
crazy. Fuck up.
I'm putting
Say small person.
Nikki suplex Shorty G. All right, like it was a thing.
Damn.
That's not his
Yeah.
name no more. We ain't going back to that dark
Don't
place.
disrespect baby.
I don't think he's grown since then, too, height wise. So
You call him Baby Angle, so that's still.
Yeah, a younger angle, not a smaller angle.
I mean, it's not our fault. He just keeps
smaller.
hanging around tall people.
I mean, fair, yeah.
Outside of
Those
Ivy Nile.
kids like 6 foot and beautiful. That's not fair.
Lil Kurt,
Lil Kurt.
get Lil Wayne to do the American Made theme song for Lil Kurt and Friends,
Hey, that would
Oh,
probably
my-
slap.
right?
I guarantee you that would slap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So swallows all around for the wide six going over American Made. Damian Priest still comes out knowing damn well he's going to get gangbanged. Rhea hobbles down to save her twin and beats off Freddie Guerrero and Liv, but Liv wrecks Rhea's knee to the point that bisexual Taker used his body to protect Rhea, and only after both of them have been thoroughly worked over, Jay yeets his way to the ring with the chair, and Judgment Day, Finn's version, run away. We also had Freddie Guerrero defeat Dragon Ball Lee with help from Liv, and Finn ties up Ray and makes him scream until security makes the save. But they don't do a good job because Ray gets 2 to the chin from Finn.
Ooh, bars.
Oh man, Matt be going crazy with his notebook. Oh man, I have not heard
His
Freddie
notes app.
Guerrero once.
Then you
That's
haven't been listening because
That
you've been
happened
calling
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
That was
ago.
2 weeks
Oh
ago.
man,
I popped Vince with Freddie Guerrero and it stuck. It stuck.
oh man,
Like I can't even be mad about it because it's fucking.
Eddie
fucking-
shot.
I
mean,
can't either. That's smart. Oh man,
You know what? Go ahead, Rick. You start things off, man. What's your
Spit a
thought
swallow. Terror
Judgment
Twins, Freddie, Judgment Day, all that.
yeah, no, I swallow that. I don't know why I guess they're only gonna have one cell match on the night. We're not gonna do that over gimmicky shit. But I mean, if you're gonna keep dragging this Liv and Rhea thing out, you might as well put them in the cage too. But
Yeah.
that's cool. I want to know how she's miraculous gonna be not gimpy in. Well, I guess she got time. It's not till October, so
It's October 5th, right? Like 5th.
it's my birthday.
it's his birthday.
Hey.
Listen. It is going to be Halloween season. All Rhea has to do is meet with the witches, perform a seance, bring the spirit back to her knee, and then she can go out there and do her thing. You know, just summon that knee spirit back. And while they're at it, maybe call Tegan's too. See if they can
I
come.
knew you were going to bring Tegan into this bullshit. Stop it.
Hey, you know
Hey.
what? Just spread the love to Dakota while you're at it. Like everybody needs good knees.
Yo, hey, that's Dakota's fault for tagging her for so long. She got it by osmosis.
That's actually fucking crazy. You guys are so weak.
Matt, you know I'm swallowing all that.
Good
I thought it was good shit, man. Like Finn's Judgment Day looked dominant, which they don't look on a week-to-week basis, and it's exactly what they need. Rey Mysterio took that L, held it right there while he got that ass beat by Finn. But you know what? As much as I love Rey, he gets that ass beat a lot, so he might be used to it. And they needed to add more heat to this rivalry tag match, or like the rivalry women's match at Bad Blood between Liv and Rhea. And I think Liv really needs this win, and I think she should get this win. I don't think Rhea needs that title back just yet.
Katie, you got thoughts on that?
Mm.
I know she don't agree. Rick
No, I
don't
don't.
even agree.
I'm still not sold on her, to be honest. But
She hooked up with Freddie Guerrero, and ever since then she's been part of us. You know, she's the little güerita that be hanging around the kind of that side.
it seems like he's the champion. She's just,
She's the side piece.
I don't want to say side piece because now they together for real on TV. But
Now.
I mean, though, to be fair, he was Rhea's side piece for the majority of their relationship, so he had to move up.
But see, Rhea is believable. Rhea was dominant, so it's like I never questioned that. With Liv, it's like we really want to keep it a buck. She lucked up into the spot. You know what I'm saying? Rhea gets hurt, and she
100%. It was all luck and circumstance. But I will say this: realistically, can she beat Rhea Ripley one-on-one? Hell the fuck no. But she has to get creative. There has to be a creative way to get to that win if they go down that route. Honestly, I don't really care who wins that match. I think Liv needs it more. But obviously,
Never underestimate a crazy short white chick. Just saying.
You have past
Blonde,
experience, huh, Matt?
Katie, thoughts?
say nothing to it.
The only thing that really mattered about all the Terror Twins, Temu, Judgment Day stuff is Jay and Rhea held hands, and that's all I want. I want them together now. Fuck it. Damian Priest is beautiful, bisexual Undertaker. He can do whatever he wants. Rhea and Jay, that's all that matters.
Dude, I feel so bad for Buddy, man. Y'all are like, Vince was Dom and Rhea. Now you're Rhea and Jay. Like,
Hey.
Buddy lost Alexa Bliss to fucking Ryan Cabrera, and now y'all are just trying to pass Rhea off
Ryan Cabrera.
to the next dude.
It's their fault her ass can't keep a home address. That's not on them. Like, I don't want to say Rhea for the streets, but she moving kind of fast. I don't know what to tell you.
She's for me.
All right.
For me.
The witches, or as I put them in my notes, Isla and friend, get bent over Bianca's knee
That's
and
fucked
spanked
up.
by Jade.
That's
No,
different.
hold on. No.
Damn.
I'm not
You're
gonna
not
say
about to do Kaylee Ray. No, you're not about
like
to do
this.
Kaylee Ray like
No.
that. That's wrong. That's
Kaylee
dead
Ray was the
wrong.
longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion. We're not gonna fucking disrespect her anymore. I'm so sick and tired of
Absolutely.
this bullshit.
Raise your hand if Alba Fire is your favorite part of that tag team.
She's mine.
Stop.
Isla Dawn is beautiful, but I love Kaylee Ray. Alba.
Okay, I'll give you that, Katie.
I-
I'll give you that.
I'm here for Isla Dawn, you know.
You guys are here for
Fire-
aesthetics.
That's not fair.
So,
I can wrestle
Obviously,
too.
But still,
she's a better wrestler. You know what I'm saying? That I like to watch perform.
we
But
show equal love to both women. Stop it.
I showed equal love to
Listen,
Jade
I was-
Bianca.
Okay, and both are beautiful, and both
Absolutely.
are good, as are Alba and Isla.
I just
And
have a
it's-
favorite in that tag team. So
I'm
I
about to
said
say,
Isla and
Yeah.
friend.
Nobody's
Witches.
saying
Island
that
friend.
Alba's not beautiful. It's just Isla Dawn is.
You guys out here
No,
pissing
you know,
me the fuck
I just say Isla Dawn. That's the tweet. That's it.
Listen, Isla Dawn and Shawn Michaels, Alba Fire's Marty Jannetty in terms of the conversation.
That's not. I'm not. No.
Whoa.
Marty Jannetty was the better wrestler in that. No, that's not even right. That's disrespectful.
I'm not
That's
I'm not talking about wrestling ability. I'm just talking about pure aesthetics. Like like we don't really care about Alba Fire right now. Like Katie cares, but we don't really care.
Hey,
I mean, I still care about Alba Fire. I just said I have a
Yeah.
favorite in the group.
Like,
but don't say Isla and friend. Put some respect on the name.
like
please.
Kaylee don't look like a foot. Don't do that to her.
Not my comment, but the match and the loss. Spitter Swallow, Alba, Isla, Bianca, and Jade, and the spanking that occurred. Metaphorical,
Swallow, because we can
actual.
move on. Because I don't want to see them that anymore. I've been saying it for a while. We need to move on as far as Bianca and Jade. I know they doing their rounds and stuff like that. And I think they're gonna show up to NXT too. But listen,
Yep. Next week.
what's the end game in that? Though? What's the real end game?
Yeah, that's kind of
You
like
cannot
my
beat
whole
them
thing.
straight up.
It looks like they teased
Cora and
Nia and Tiffany on SmackDown.
Which is bullshit because I don't want any more goddamn double fucking champions. Don't let Nia near the goddamn tag titles. No.
Listen, it's inevitable. It's
No.
inevitable.
Mm-mm. Lose them to Lash and Jakara in NXT and let Lash and Jakara make their rounds.
Hey, I'm not mad at that either.
I
Exactly.
wouldn't be mad at that
It's not gonna happen,
whatsoever.
though.
Yeah, realistically, no.
Let me want that.
So Swallow for Reek, Katie.
I mean, Swallow is still a good match.
Yeah.
And women.
I'm a gargle because I wanted Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to regain those titles because I didn't like the hot potato of the tag titles going to Bianca and Jade because I didn't think they need them because we
They
got
don't.
out of that. We got out of that scenario with them being champions and them being so dominant and no one having a realistic shot against them.
This is realistically, it's like Triple H and Stone Cold being champs again. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
that's a good
find two
comparison.
people. Yeah,
Power
you're not
trip.
gonna find two people that get together and are going to beat them clean. It's not gonna happen. So
No.
you're gonna have to devise some kind of way for them to lose with a bunch of BS going on in the middle of it. Like,
Yeah.
and we did that already at a Clash. So why do it again?
Unless it was a thing where
Trying to cut it off right after Reek, but there's we're spending way too much time on obviously Bianca and Jade don't need it. So when Bret the Hitman Hart earns more TC hate, I'm assuming I haven't heard the latest episode, by endorsing fellow Canadian Sami Zayn after Gunther comes out to dispute the best there is and best there ever will be parts of his catchphrase, and also says Bill Goldberg is his all-time favorite wrestler, which I know Katie loved. Miraculously, Bret Hart did not immediately drop Gunther into the sharpshooter while moaning "fuck Goldberg." Gunther still won't let Sammy hit, despite the taunts from him. Bret and Sammy get so mad that Sammy throws a fit and attacks Gunther for basically no reason. It's like not getting a match does not qualify a temper tantrum and assaulting someone. Gunther
Hasn't done anything to deserve a
no.
match.
You beat me one time. The fuck you get a match for? Good for you.
You beat me when I held a different title.
Broken clock is right twice a day, you know?
Like Gunther went through King of the Ring and won the world title. You lost and then just said, hey, yo, you got a bigger title that I want and I beat you before. Like,
fuck Sammy.
Out of here. Hey, I'm swallowing this. Gunther is my new favorite troll.
I'm gonna swallow just the line about Gunther saying Goldberg's his favorite wrestler and Bret Hart because fuck Bret Hart.
No, I'm spitting.
And can we stop trotting Bret Hart's old ass out there? He can barely walk. It's
bro,
visible.
like everyone. I was watching it with a couple friends and my wife. Everybody looked at him and like, why did he got this old man out there? Like he looks like he's in pain. He looks uncomfortable. He looks like he'd rather be home on his rocking chair.
Yup. They gave him a wheelchair 14 years ago. Why not do it now?
Because he doesn't need it now. I'm spitting everything about this.
Because he said Goldberg was his favorite wrestler.
Because he said Goldberg was his favorite wrestler. And Sami Zayn out here trying to think he demands the title.
That's part of the joke.
That's part of the joke.
Vince, did you swallow?
Yeah, I just swallowed because of the Goldberg line.
You have a love-hate relationship with Goldberg.
No, I have a hate relationship with Goldberg.
I'm glad you guys brought up Bret Hart not needing to come out anymore because
I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
My opinion on a certain Canadian has recently changed, basically based on two factors. One, the things she's been posting on Instagram, and two, the fact that she's taken some time away from in-ring competition, isn't showing up in my face all the goddamn fucking time. So, Bird Lady and Zelina are joined by the second best Neidhart. Jenny's still the first. Natty's number 2. Jim is now number 3. I bumped her up the list one. To take on the Pussy Fur Collectors, despite self-proclaimed Canadian cat lady returning, no Pussy Fur was collected. Spit or swallow?
Spit. I don't think I didn't care. Like I thought it was going to be someone from NXT getting called up, and it got Natty, and I spit everything.
Bitch, they were in Canada. It was gonna be Natty.
I don't care if they were in her backyard. You put Natty on my TV, it's a spit.
I disagree.
Not to mention the name. Not to mention the name. I haven't gotten to say this here. That is the dumbest fucking name I've ever heard for any faction tag team. It's ridiculous. I like the Pussy Fur Collectors. That's a lot better. But but they're not collecting. So that's another spit right there.
I mean, Sony is
doing things with Zoe and Shayna where you're like, new faction, new tag team, we're gonna be, and then they lose all the fucking time. Like, why? Why did you pair them with Sonya and Sonya's like, I'm gonna fix you guys losing all the time for them to just lose all the time?
Well, it's because
they want me to be miserable. I've been pleading, I've been begging on bended knee, treat Shayna Baszler the way she deserves to be treated, and they just find ways to make me miserable by keep sticking her in tag teams that don't make no sense.
Honestly, that's been like the common theme with her, right? Like she gets called up to the main roster, like tag team with X, Y, and Z person. It's like it doesn't make any kind of sense. She should be a single star. I don't know, like the Pure Fusion Collection, Pussy Fur Collectors. They really should just give you this aura like a makeshift team that was made in AEW. To be honest.
Thank you so much. I did forget to put this in news and rumors. Lyra is now engaged. So
I was going to bring it up.
Lyra.
He can't fight.
She's so cute. I love her. That's my bird lady.
Dude can't fight.
I believe he's an indie wrestler.
He's an Irish indie wrestler.
Yeah.
So.
So
he can't.
No, he can't fight. He can't fight.
Vince also spit. Swallow.
Yeah, spit.
Katie.
Oh, gargle.
Gargle. All right. Listen, again, Natalya spent enough time away from my TV and isn't being forced down my throat to where she's acceptable. And also, her Instagram game has been fire as fuck lately. So, like,
It's because she's been on TV. So
I don't mind seeing her every now and then.
That's thinking with his other head.
People that I don't know if I want to see every now and then. So Drew McIntyre comes out like a true abusive ex and says it's not over because Punk wants it to be over.
That's crazy.
He decides when they're through and then has some bad news for Wade Barrett.
Which is crazy.
He threatens to do something if Wade gets between him and Punk again. Adam Pearce ruins the fun again to tell Drew that AJ recited the words Kunda Estrada Montose Kanda, and Evil Dead Punk has risen from the dead after the third day to meet him in Hell in the Cell.
This man.
See what
You
you did
just
there.
said all those words in succession. Yo ass is haunted.
Kunda Estrada Montose.
Send the demons
Kanda.
this way.
I don't have the book. If I had the
You're
book,
going
it'd
to
be an
your
issue.
house.
You
No.
can just say the words.
You
just can't
already
read 'em out
got a
of the book.
ghost.
Yeah,
That ghost is gone. I left him in Michigan with Mike.
No, that ghost is coming back now. Since
Maybe.
you said this.
But yeah, no,
Maybe.
just like wrestling Jesus, Punk rose on the third day because he was dead last week, and he's coming back. Evil Dead Punk to face Drew, Hell in a Cell, and I'm down for it. Spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow the fact that they're finally gonna get into that Hell in a Cell. I knew they were waiting to get to Bad Blood when they announced the pay-per-view to do the blow off, hopefully blow off of Drew versus Punk, and let this be the final climax. Hell in a Cell is the perfect way to go, and having it in Bad Blood is best way possible. That's the first time I saw Hell in a Cell was in Bad Blood.
Because there's bad blood.
Yeah.
Between the two.
Yeah, it's wordplay. I love it. I love wordplay. So yeah, I'm gonna swallow it being announced.
Yeah, this was what they were building this pay-per-view around. So I swallow the announcement. But I'm also spitting Adam Pearce because third, yeah, and I said this on the episode. You did your job one day out of 365. In all reality, Drew McIntyre should have been arrested a long time ago. He just refused to do it. Like we
in
forgot,
Chicago, when Vince and I were there, he should have been arrested.
That was assault. That was assault.
We
That was
totally
battery.
forgot
That was
Money in the
attempted
Bank. And Money in the Bank, this man got on the post show, tore it up, and literally looked down the lens of the camera and said, I know where your family lives. That's a threat. That's a direct
But
threat.
he was still employed by the company. He quit on Monday, showed up on SmackDown on Friday in Punk's hometown, and beat the man near to death in front of all of us, technically after quitting. So, unemployed man beat shit out of should have been arrested. I'm just saying. And I tried to get down to save CM Punk, but I was like way up top, and I still had better timing than Jey Uso did on that save for Rhea and Damien, though.
Stop.
Bro, Jey
Stop
Uso's
with all
the
that.
worst trying to make saves. I'm sorry.
Hey,
He's the worst.
Hey, you was about
He
to
shut
fight
up.
Drew, Matt?
I would fight Drew for CM Punk. I'd lose, but I'd fight.
You do that.
Hey, that's real love because I ain't fighting that motherfucker.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, man.
I'm swallowing
One
this
good shot.
specifically because fuck it. If Wade can go, give me Wade and Drew for shits and gigs. Like, I'm down to see the match. I think Wade's okay. Let's go.
And Wade and Punk have that history with Nexus.
Yeah, they do.
That is true.
Touch tips. The next. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, by history, you mean that
Bye, bye,
people
bye,
his
bye,
shit
bye.
and took it from him.
Last thing I have from Raw, Jay yeeted all over four men to become the number one contender, only to be broken. Bronson derails the choo-choo train mid-match.
Oh man.
I'm glad Bronson Reed came and just fucked up Braun Strowman. Just fuck Braun Strowman.
Well, it's okay because they're wrestling again on Monday, guys. Don't worry.
Like, it's whatever. Jey Uso winning it's the most logical sense out of everyone there. I'm glad he got that victory. He should be IC champion. She should have been IC champion. Honestly, I don't know what they've been doing with him. I'm not trying to sound like Rikishi or anything, but yeah.
Beat him.
Say what?
He should have been champion, and Braun should have beat him for the title, not the other way around.
Yeah, I think he should have been the one to take the title off of Gunther.
Not just came up, man. We didn't need to strap that. Jay's been cooking. He's been yeeting in the crowd all over people for months, a year plus.
People are so lucky.
Like, just give him a run with it. Like, honestly, like Braun Breaker doesn't need that title like right now.
Oh, so unanimous swallow for the IC title, number one contender, Fatal 4-Way Yeet Fest.
Sure.
It's the right call.
Katie's jealous of the crowd.
I'm crying. Anyways,
Yeeting and skeeting are not the same thing. They sound alike.
I'm quite aware.
I mean, I guess.
Do you guys have anything that wasn't, unless Katie, you want to talk about this real quick before I move on?
No. I mean, this was the right choice.
Anything on Raw that was not good enough for Ritter?
I don't have anything.
Not me either. You kind of hit every point.
All right. NXT. To quote a prophet of the streets, God is good, ladies and gentlemen. My prayers were answered as the Street Profits rolled in to take on the tag team champions, Fraxium. The Rascals were, for some reason, probably a drug test, unable to qualify for the match. Kayfabe, drug test, because they don't, whatever. And then the best members of the Bloodline, in some people's opinion, not mine. I love Solo. I love Solo. I've loved Solo since he was in NXT, but everyone's been hating on Solo. So maybe, the Bloodline Solo's version. We got Judgment Day, Finn's version. We got, all of the albums, Taylor's version. Now we got the Bloodline Solo's version. They show up, they wreck house, they take out the Street Profits because, fuck them for being number one contenders for their tag titles, and then showing up in NXT trying to win two pairs.
That's true. I think the issue, Solo's fine. He's not staying in his lane. I'm speaking for myself. That's the issue I have with it. Stay in your motherfucking lane.
Like if this was Street Fighter, like Solo from NXT, or even the Enforcer type of character, it's just that he's trying to be Tony D'Angelo with the Bloodline, and he just can't.
No. When you support a man who is blatantly ripping off my Don, do not sit here and try and throw blame at someone else. All right.
I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
one is ripping off the Don like Santos Escobar. He went and got a restaurant and everything.
I'm sorry. Mexicans don't go to restaurants.
He was ripping him off there, and then he took it to the main roster.
Look,
anyway,
there's the Mafia and then there's the Cartel. Two different entities, very similar. But
And there's the
I will say this, and I will never come to this man's defense ever again. At least Tony beat somebody to take his title. Solo didn't beat nobody to try to claim tribal chief. He just said, "Oh, he dropped it. I'm gonna pick it up, and it's mine now." No, fuck out of here. That's not how this works.
Yeah, no.
So Street Profits, Fraxium.
That was
all swallows.
I'm a swallow, yes, because I didn't see that coming, and the version of the Bloodline that we saw in NXT looks a million times better than the version of Bloodline that we've seen on SmackDown with Solo. And again, I'm not hating on Solo. It's just they look better when they were just like a bunch of Jack Samoans in nothing but like black pants. Just like give me that. Give me half naked Samoans in pants. That's all I need. No suits.
Talma specifically, half naked always.
Yeah. He always looks good. He always looks good. Him and Jacob always look good. It's Solo and Tangaloa.
Jacob, I can't do the grills for Jacob. But other than the grills, Jacob's nice.
Yeah, I'm not.
Jacob's also apparently a feminist with 7 children, so shout out to that man.
Yeah, let's go, Jacob.
Let's go, Jacob.
As a soon-to-be girl dad ×2, shout out. All right, Katie, any thoughts before we move on?
No. Actually, no. I was a little upset because I was like, "Oh my god, the Profits are gonna win. They're gonna get killed," and then they showed up. So
Katie gets first dibs on this one. The beautiful madness herself, Julia, makes a hot mess of Chelsea Green and my pants in her debut. Roxy shows up in the back, talks shit. Julia, Funaki's back there saying more than indeed. She cuts Funaki off, and she's like, listen, Roxy, I see you over there quivering in your panties. I know you're scared.
Julia, listen, Chelsea Green was the perfect first opponent for Julia. Chelsea has been killing it since coming back, whether it's the Karen stuff. What?
Can you say her name properly? That's why I let you go first.
Chelsea Green.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was the perfect opponent. Like, everything about it. Like, it wasn't a squash. She actually got offense in. People were complaining that Julia didn't fully connect with the knee last week, and because, you know, she didn't want to hurt. Fuck off. Whatever, it's fine.
She connected this week.
She connected this week, and that's all that matters. And her English is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the fuck Funaki was there in the first place. Like, shout out to Funaki, but, like, he wasn't even really needed, because, like, she understood Roxanne, so why couldn't she understand Ava? As besides the point, I'm very excited for this. Julia's probably going to be the champion, and then Stephanie's going to come in, and then we're going to get crazy.
Mm-hmm. I only got two things. Well, first off, it's a swallow, but one, when the fuck are we gonna let Chelsea off the chain? Because I hate this perception with the way they book her, like she can't wrestle. Like, she honestly watch and pay attention to her matches. This is a crazy comparison, but I'm gonna say it anyway. She kind of wrestles like Edge. Like, she's a smart heel. She'll like punk out,
see that,
you know, to somebody that's like a bigger, you know, competitor or whatever, but she finds some spots. Like, she's real sneaky. So she'll get offense in and she can go. Like, when are we going to do that? But second thing, I don't often use this term, but that woman is mesmerizing, Julia. Like,
she's talking about aura. She's got it.
Not even fair.
Like, I had seen her a couple times before she showed up, but like, at like full on my TV, like, damn, I didn't have words. I was stuck for this whole match, honestly.
I was salivating.
Like, this just made NXT must-watch TV for me.
Honestly,
I was already watching it, but
same. I agree with Reek. Julia has that presence, that aura that you haven't really seen from an NXT debut or standout since the likes of a Shinsuke Nakamura, and Asuka, and Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, even Finn Balor when he first showed up. They all had this aura and presence about them that Julia has. And man, I'm looking forward to her having that match here in Chicago versus Roxanne Perez. It's gonna fucking be fantastic. And all the flowers to Chelsea Green. I think she's always been fantastic. And I think, she really needs to be let loose and just run with it. She should be a women's champion at some point.
I got a question for you guys. Don't you just hate it when you hire a prostitute and they aren't worth the money you paid for them?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because we are back in half-mast, ladies and gentlemen, because Hammerstone fails to deliver against Obafemi and the money the stack that the Don paid to get some business done. And my boys, the family, are hurting. Like, Tony put on arguably the best match of that pay-per-view with Oba. They killed it. Even earned some props from his biggest hater, Wreak Havoc, over here. I heard it. It was there. But then he goes and he's like, I'm going to go get somebody. And he gets Hammerstone, this big, meaty, white, just man. And Hammerstone fares about as well as Riley Reid does in a gangbang scene.
Sir.
Hey, you out of order. Out of order.
This is what y'all wanted back.
I'm not mad at it. But
that's great.
This is what y'all asked for. This is what you wanted back. This is what I promised.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I just went to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Damn.
Yeah, I mentioned Riley Reid and Vince had to run to the bathroom real quick because that's number one on his list.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I thought this match was gonna go longer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big meaty men slapping meat around here. But yeah, once again, Tony decides to waste some money and take another L. I live to celebrate over my biggest people I hate the most. You know,
For no reason whatsoever, because that man killed him.
Listen. Honestly, I've been trying to leave him alone lately, but he came after Oba. I'm an Oba feminist.
Oba came for him.
Listen, he was in the way.
No.
Listen,
He could have went around the bar.
That is a giant black king negus. You get out the way when he walking through. You don't want smoke with him.
Tony D was a business.
War chant when he comes out in his entrance. A literal war chant. You don't with that. I'm sorry. If it was anybody else, I'd leave Tony alone. But don't come at the ruler. Don't do that. Come on now. It's bad for business. I thought he was a businessman.
He is a businessman. However, I mean, we all watched Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
We saw M'Baku come out with the war chant, and he still lost. He still lost that fight. You can still beat him, right? Maybe Tony thought he was T'Challa in this situation.
Damn.
Ain't no way.
He is the boss.
No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh.
You might be the boss of that family, but he ain't got vibranium and he ain't no damn king.
Well, to be fair, in that fight, T'Challa lost all his power too. They had to strip it from him for the fight. He got his ass whooped. He got cooked.
He got cooked.
That's okay.
All right. Well, since Vince is gone, was that a swallow from both of you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Big meat mess up of meat.
And prostitutes that aren't worth their money.
We all were wrong in our guesses, by the way. We all guessed so many different people.
I was close. I said Connor.
You said Connor.
Well, no, because Khan is over in TNA. Connor from Ascension is now Khan. He's over in TNA, and he's a big, meaty white man from TNA. So that was like the closest hammerstone that we got was me saying Khan.
Hey, I said silhouette-wise, Kobe Keith Lee. Somebody said Omos, and I said no. The silhouette.
Nah, he's way taller than that.
I would
fit on the screen if it was him.
I would have blown the biggest load for Oba versus Lee in NXT. Like the biggest load. Like I would have got Kate double pregnant.
That's the clip. There it is. Mark it.
I feel you though. I feel you though.
That's crazy.
Soul, Ruka was looking to snatch the Juggernaut's soul and flip-flop and fly all over Jordan. But just before Jordan is about to climax and win, lights go out. Rosemary is in her face as Spooky Chew big spoons her from behind and to sleep. An oddly erotic video package from Spooky Chew and Rosemary promising to cock tease us over the next couple weeks as they explain their intentions for Tatum and Lyra. Speaking of Tatum and Bird Lady, they go through Tatum's toy collection, and it is extensive. Lyra calls them coping mechanisms, gets her back on track because it's going to be girl on girl or girls on girls tag team when they face Rosemary and Spooky Chew, and she's like, I need you to focus on what the fuck we are talking about and not the toys. Like, put the toys away. Let's do our shit.
The dolls. I absolutely love everything. Soul being the one to answer Jordan Grace, I was like, let's fucking go. Because I was so excited to see who it was going to be. Rosemary being with Spooky Chew, incredible.
That's fire.
Because, like, that's amazing. Everything with Tatum and Lyra, Tyra, if you will. The dolls are coping mechanisms. That's 100% a fact. But just, I'm very intrigued. I mean, they said that, one of their intentions was going to be said tonight, and that was attacking Jordan Grace, and that led to Spooky Chew fighting Jordan for the title at Victory Road on Friday the 13th. And then they're going to announce more things they're going to do. Spooky bitches run the world, bro. Spooky bitches run NXT.
And I tweeted at Ava, and I need this to be a thing. Halloween Havoc, since we're putting respect on her name, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire versus Rosemary and Spooky Chew. I need that to be a thing for Halloween Havoc. Make it happen.
I agreed. Because yes. But all of these women swallow.
Okay, you talking some shit. You talking some shit right now. What about Nikki? You're not gonna get Nikki in the mix somehow?
Nikki has got her. She's
They're gonna
got
bring the
Wyatt
Wyatts down.
Listen, there's a purge going on. She's got men to suplex. She's got a pit bull to put back on a leash.
Hey, they might be showing up other places. I tweeted about it.
They could be.
So,
now, I like the storytelling element of this though, because like where all of a sudden Wendy Chu went from I'm sleepy to now I'm sleepy demonic, but that kind of like gives you an out to say, oh, maybe she got corrupted because Rosemary showed up. Like that's dope. I like that.
I don't know how many exorcism movies you watch, but most of the time people go to sleep, wake up possessed. Like
sometimes they don't even go to sleep.
Most of the possessed women I have seen in movies are in their pajamas in bed for most of that movie.
Fair point.
But usually that's what they got possessed on the way to bed or some shit like that. I don't know.
While they were
sleeping.
sleeping.
Yeah, anytime I get to see, I guess. Anytime I get to see Jordan Grace wrestle is dope because that's a freak of nature. That woman is crazy good. So
Russian is a lucky man. He can't fight.
Okay.
I don't know if you've taken down any notes for this episode yet, Katie, but
I have one. I forgot those for a second.
Make sure to write down Wreak Havoc showed up so I don't forget to put that in the tweet.
Okay. It's going first.
Any thoughts, Vince, now that you're back?
Just swallowing the Jordan Grace versus Sol Ruka. I wasn't sure who was going to answer the open challenge, but I'm glad it was Sol Ruka. It was a really solid match. I'm glad it was a nice spotlight for Sol Ruka as well. And I don't know. I think she should be more in that person to hold that women's North American title right now more than Kalani because Sol shows a little bit more character and personality for me. I don't know. I'm turning around on Sol Ruka. It took me a minute, but I got there.
Yeah, we said it 2 weeks ago on the show. Like Kalani is great athletically in ring, but there's nothing there. Like you're just as bubbly, got a nice smile and everything like that. There's no. I liken it to Io Shirai before she turned heel.
That's a very good analogy. I like that point.
Great competitor, but you couldn't sell me on more than just got a nice smile.
We talked about it on Shili too.
Like,
yeah,
I gotta get some.
I think it's a consensus.
More substance in there to it. That's the problem.
If you need more stuff for your list, Katie.
Okay, I'll put it down. I mean, I'll put it down and then resend it to you after the show.
Well, it's already there, so you don't have to send me that. I'm just saying, if you need more stuff for your list, we have overpaid prostitutes and blowing huge loads because there's been a lot of load blowing and discussion. Specifically, if we had gotten Keith Lee versus Obafemi, that would have been the biggest load I've ever blown.
Oh
man! Speaking of blowing loads, Trick Williams, ladies and gentlemen, is the last man erect in his match with his side chick Pete Dunne. Page comes down, goes head over heels for Trick through the announce table. Trick versus Adam Page. No, Ethan Page.
Page. Wrong show.
The third page. You got the Diamond, the Dallas. You got the Hangman, and then you got the Ethan. That page.
Yes.
Went head over heels, and we're getting Trick versus Ethan for the NXT title in that rematch. Last man erect, Trick Williams on NXT.
I'm swallowing it because it was great. Trick coming from that title. I have a feeling some shit's gonna fucking happen, and people from TNA are gonna show up, specifically Josh Alexander. I have a feeling, and it's gonna screw Trick out of another title, and I'm gonna be sad.
Now wait a damn minute.
What?
Now you said you don't believe the Motor City Machine Guns gonna show up till they show up, but Josh Alexander could show up, and it would be like, oh wow.
I'm gonna be so happy when the guns show up. I'm just saying Josh Alexander has been teasing showing up recently. I'm not saying he's going to. I have a feeling There's been no reports about it. He had an interview and he said like something about Ethan Page's like theme song. And they were a former tag team, so that's what I'm making.
It's in our news and rumors that his contract is up in February, and he is strongly considering free agency.
I didn't even know all that.
I think you should test the market.
You guys got anything else for Trick Williams, Pete Dunne?
I don't understand why this went on so long. Like, Pete Dunne just needs to find some shit to do. And pick a beef to stick with, because like
Alejandro
and Sheamus.
Me personally, I don't really have anything more to add. I liked the match. I thought it was good. The only nitpick that I didn't like is when they were doing like the 10 count in the ring, and then Pete Dunne all of a sudden got to 9 and he like jumped up, like very. I don't know. I didn't like it personally, but that's just a nitpick more than anything. I don't know if you guys know which spot I'm talking about. But like he was my favorite
thing about Dro right here, which Alejandro is now Dro. He'll be Dro, and everyone will be like, "Why the fuck they call you Dro? Your name's Vince." My favorite thing about Dro here is that he will say, "I have nothing else to add," and then continue to talk for 2 minutes about something that he has nothing else to add to.
Facts. It has happened on numerous occasions. Vicente.
I love you, Vince.
Steve. I'm not gonna say. Stop.
Steve.
Anything else that was not good enough for Ritter from NXT before we move on to AEW?
I'm gonna swallow the fact that Wesley challenged Pete Wentz to a street fight in Chicago at the NXT CW debut, and that said that the reason why they weren't able to compete for the tag titles was because of Trey Miguel, and that he's the reason that took him out, and like he attacked Trey Miguel supposedly.
That's speculation you're doing right now.
Yeah, a lot of speculation.
You're pointing at me. You need to point the other way and point at him.
I don't know how it looks on like.
Once a shitty kid, always a shitty kid. That's all I'm saying. And I said last week Trey is guilty by association and then got involved, so now he is complicit. Could have just let Pete Wentz handle his business, but Patrick Stump had to show up and get involved. It was some bullshit. All right.
Oh man.
AEW?
Yeah.
All Out Fallout 2024. Father of the Year, Christian Cage, discusses how he got his gimp in line finally. Also, his implied consent form for the AEW title and how he plans on using that. I know a lot of people are hating on Christian being in the position that he's in and having, his what I like to call implied consent form. We called it a non-consent form, but it's implied. It's implied consent. They've all agreed to it. He's, as I said, the best heel right now on the show. So going after the champion, Daniel Bryan.
Who's better
right now?
Who's better? Who's better?
Guys, come on.
This man burned down one little house and y'all think he a bad heel. Like, come on.
He also attempted.
To be fair, he burned down the house and then brought a piece of that burnt down house and stabbed a motherfucker with it.
Because Swerve tried to stab the arsonist. That was the best thing I read on the show.
Okay, if you want to give him props for being the most sadistic arsonist out in AEW, then sure. But the biggest heel, no. What heel work is he actually doing? Besides him never committing to the Assless Chaps bit and made me turn on him.
Oh, well, you give the
really
Assless Chaps a fucking rest, bro. Savannah gave it up. You give it up.
Let it go.
Elsa, that shit, bro. Let it go. Come on.
Like it was never gonna happen. But I'm listen. That Hangman shit, you can get that out the way right now. Swerve went to that man's crib and put his mixtape in that baby's crib. That's the worst crime anyone's ever committed. So it ain't no way he's a heel off of that. Christian has been on TV, literally laughing at dead fathers for what has it been? A year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah.
You don't get bigger heel than that. Ain't no way.
You got to keep him away from Brian because Brian's dad's also dead. Like, that's fucked up. What, Matt?
I'm just saying we're not at Hangman yet. We'll get there. We got one thing before Hangman.
Okay.
So was that swallows all around for Christian Cage?
Yeah,
swallows. I didn't watch it, but I agree. I swallow it.
I mean, I was gargling because, I just didn't care about the promo.
Finally got the gimp in line.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
I'll
Happy
swallow
about that.
No, I
I'll
love
swallow
it.
that.
Christian's getting his flowers. He deserved this run.
Damn right.
You know what rhymes with Gimp? Pimp. And to quote David Banner, like a pimp, Don Callis convinces Will Ospreay to turn tricks for him one more time as Kyle Fletcher's tag team partner, because Kyle finally wants to reach the tag team climax. Takeshita's not happy about it. He's like, I'm Don's bottom bitch now. Why the fuck are you coming back? Like, things have changed. You said you didn't want to be here no more. I'm the earner. Well, doesn't matter because Will and Fletcher win the Casino Orgy Tag Team Battle Royal to become number one contenders for the Bucks tag team titles. The Great O'Cons, United Empire versus the Cucks for the tag team titles.
They need more and better tag teams in the fucking division. I mean, we have Grizzled Young Vets, and FTR didn't win, so that means we're not getting Bucks and FTR for the 18th fucking time. Thank God.
Hey, I got
But,
news for you.
like-
Jack's talking about retiring, so we might not see that at all.
All right, cool. Is the bald one good? Bye. See you later. We don't need them anymore. They've done their due diligence. They can go.
Who
Yeah,
do you
I'm all
think-
FTR out.
You're all FTR'd out.
Yeah.
Who do you think between TC Just and Justin gives me a shout out for that David Banner reference? First in the
TC.
chat.
Jalen.
It's gonna be TC.
Oh,
I'm thinking Jaylan's gonna get to it before
Well,
TC.
if TC is in the chat, then he will. If he's not in the
Yeah.
chat, then it's not going to happen.
I think TC might be last. I think it'd be Jalen and then it'd be Just.
That depends on how busy
Just
Joe
will
is
text
running.
me though. That's the thing. Like Just will text me and he'll be like, "This was hilarious. This was great." Blah blah blah. He doesn't put it in the
True.
chat. He comes directly to me and tells me,
Source.
and then I tell him all the funny shit that I love about Get Joe's sweaty sessions. So we just have a back and forth text thing
Oh,
for that.
cute.
Tito.
So we swallowing the Great O'Cons favorite tag team.
I gargled it just because their tag team
Don Callis?
division is.
I'm spitting it. I didn't give
I hate
didn't
Don
give two fucks about it. I didn't care.
I just their tag team division is abysmal. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spit. Anybody but the Cucks. And if Don Callis is a pimp, then Takeshita and them, they hustling backwards. I can tell you that right now.
Takeshi's been on his hustle. He's been doing things. Not maybe on AEW main TV, but
In Japan.
he's been out in these streets, putting in work, making money.
Oh, I know.
The Japan street.
That's my point.
So,
Kyle Fletcher for slutty crop tops. That's all Kyle Fletcher brings to the table, which I'm not opposed to.
from slutty crop tops to all chaps are assless, Hangman Adam Page says he would burn down 1,000 houses if Swerve owned 1,000 houses, and wouldn't have ever stopped pounding Swerve's ass if they hadn't lifted the cage up and made him stop. No, he's going to pound, or now he is going to pound the ass of anyone that got between him and Swerve. Jeff Jarrett decides to threaten an arsonist with good reason, because Hangman did put his hands on Jeff's wife, but he also then gets his ass pounded until security breaks it up and makes the save.
I
did
like
watch some of this.
arsonist Hangman.
I did
Which-
watch some of this. And I was on the phone with OSHA for about a half hour. They had me on hold because I
Never
had
called me back.
some egregious violations to report. This man is sticking a syringe in this man's mouth on live TV. Like, this was just nasty work.
The only thing I had a problem with it was I didn't see him take it out of a fresh package like they do at the doctor's office. You know how like they have to show you when
Yeah.
they open up a new needle?
Yeah.
That's my point.
If he had opened up the package and it was a new needle, okay, cool. No problem.
Right.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Listen,
Was it used?
that it might have
That's
been
what
a
I'm
used
saying.
needle. We don't know what
Like-
the fuck Hangman's shooting though.
Like I thought Drew pulling out the damn ball sack bracelet was bad last month. This was worse.
Despicable.
Thoughts, Katie?
I swallowed arsonist Hangman. It's the mustache. Makes him evil.
It is. It is.
So
We
the
may-
mustache that makes me spit.
we may or may not have a new BBC. They jumped on, choked out, and spanked some people. And then Pac said they're fed up with this company. The company's theirs now. And this felt like when Brazzers took over Pornhub.
That's crazy.
We finally find out what Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati wants from Darby, and it's his virginity, his pink furry coat, a makeup tutorial. Nope, he wants his title shot at the guy that he tried to unalive on pay-per-view with a plastic bag.
Which is crazy. That we got a play-by-play.
I just found it so ironic because AEW tried to act like this was so egregious, and they tweeted, "We can't show you the video of this because it's so graphic." It's a Brian getting smothered with a plastic bag. And if you rewind the clock about 14 years, he got fired because he
choking
went and choked out David Roberts, Justin Roberts.
It was brought up
with a
later in
tie.
the night.
Oh,
It was
man.
mentioned by someone later in the night. That exact moment.
That's some cruel irony right there. I keep reading rumors that Darby Allin is supposedly, when he gets that title shot, going to win. I'm telling y'all right now, you will not get me to talk about AEW the rest of the calendar year if that happens. I'm telling you right now. It ain't going to happen.
It just shouldn't be Darby.
It's not going to be on my list. You will not get me to talk about it. It's a waste of time trying.
All right. We also have an obligatory fuck Chris Jericho, as always.
Oh, always.
Okay.
Why is
Don't
he
need to
still
talk about
playing?
what he's doing. But Mariah May and Queen Aminata fulfill a huge fantasy of mine, and that's to see Queen Aminata wrestle on Dynamite. With a lick of her palm and all of the glamour, Mariah May gets the win. She can't celebrate because she's missing something, and what she's missing is Mina. So now if you promised me that you were going to celebrate naked, and then you didn't deliver even when you were in my home state, but now you're telling me that the reason you can't celebrate naked is because Mina's not there to celebrate with you, I am again going to let this slide for that, because I'm all fucking in.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I don't
We're
think
talking about
there's
it.
ever going to be a payoff to this.
that always.
Nobody cares what you think, Vince. Let me fantasize you in.
No,
Right.
it's. I mean, we got a great match. We got Mariah just upset that Mina's not there. Let's go.
I mean, I'm swallowing the prospect of it. You just sold me on it.
The last thing I got for TNA, AEW.
DNA. Didn't watch that anymore.
At AEW Grand Slam, it will be Brian, son of Daniel, who has so many potential suitors, taking on the man he lost his wrestling virginity to. Maybe. I don't know if that's canon or not, but I know they have a past. Nigel McGuinness.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I know this was planned from jump because didn't Nigel say a while back, it's like, I'm only going to get back into wrestling to wrestle one person, it was Brian.
Yes.
So this was planned out for a hot minute. He must have been like, okay, I got the green light to go. Brian probably going to win at some point in time, and then we just going to set this shit up.
I mean, Mariah May's kiss healed Nigel of all wounds at all in it, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I guess so.
She should go ahead and kiss some knees over on the women's locker room.
Will you relax?
That might help.
He's right though. Team Kick over there can't kick because the knees ain't.
It's the wrong locker room. She can't just go to NXT and start kissing knees and shit.
Why not?
Why not?
She's motherfucking Mariah May. She
She can
Well,
do whatever
she'll
the
do
fuck
it.
she wants.
I'm about to say, as long as she don't do it on camera, it's not canon.
Exactly. Invite everybody over, have your celebration, start kissing everybody's knees, you know?
Can I just get like a kiss? I don't need to heal anything. Like, can I just get a kiss? Like,
Mina and Mariah, we might at least get that. And if they're both in thigh highs, good enough for me.
same. But
Anything not good enough for Ritter from Dynamite?
Y'all know that's Dynamite.
spinning the fact that Sammy Guevara was on TV, but like he was fighting Ricochet, and Ricochet was great. I have JM versus Leo Rush. Who the fuck is JM? I really gotta write that down. Who was that?
Oh, since you mentioned Ricochet, I forgot to address him hours ago. I need you to grow the fuck up, sir. I really do.
John Moxley.
Thank you.
What?
Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati.
Moxley and Rush?
Was it
I don't
Moxley?
know.
I don't know. You said JM. That was the only JM I could think of.
I'm about to say that don't
I'll look.
Nah, but Ricochet, bruh, grow the fuck up, please. Like, this man is literally carrying on page-long conversations with trolls about them saying, oh, they might not watch AEW, they might not watch him there, and then he's talking about like, oh, well, what's the difference? What does it make it? Talking about the person was rude and sarcastic and shit. Like, bro, who cares? You just secured the biggest bag of your career, and you get to wrestle more now than you were in WWE. You get to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Why are you wasting your time and energy with trolls on Twitter?
He's got that KD energy, except minus the burners.
This is how I know his ass can't fight. We need to jump him right now.
Look, man, you got Samantha
is
home.
waiting. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Samantha is waiting. We need to jump him. Real talk.
Like,
it was, I put JM for Jungle Man. It was Jack Perry.
Oh, Jack Perry. I thought it was Jack Perry too, but I'm like, that's not JM. And
I didn't feel like, I apparently didn't feel like writing Jack or Jungle. I just put JM and I confused myself.
Real ass Jack Perry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways.
That's it for Dynamite?
Oui.
All right, because this next one's a long one, so brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Two cocks collide in a cage on USA. Cody tops Solo, but then gets the equivalent of foreplay before a gangbang from the Bloodline. Just as Jacob is about to rearrange Cody's guts from atop the cage, Roman shows up and closes the cage behind him. He takes out the tag champs. He gets jumped by Solo, but he beats Solo off. Solo is saved by Jacob, who apparently took the long way down the cage and around the ring to make the save. His friends got face fucked by the OTC. Then Roman gave Jacob the come fuck me eyes and motioned for him to get in the ring before a collective WWE Universe gasm could occur as those two collide. Solo denied our nut and pulled out Jacob from the match. So the Tongans jump Roman. Cody finally finishes his smoke and glass of water, gets it up for round 2, and makes the save on Roman from that 2-on-1 pounding in the cage match. After which, Nick made everyone go to their rooms. Solo has a challenge for a tag match against Cody and Roman at Bad Blood. And Cody's like, nah, listen, not only did I finish that book, but I finished the epilogue of that book, that chapter, like, it's all done. I'm good. I'm out. Roman's like, listen, I'm still that bitch. I am handling my business. I don't need consent forms. I don't need partners. I don't need anything. I just lost my spot. Especially Cody. This is my whorehouse, and I'm the madam of the WWE. Cody, of course, isn't happy to hear that. He comes out. Roman's like, this is my world. And he's like, well, if you remember correctly, it was your world until about WrestleMania when I beat your bitch ass and took your title with help from the greatest wrestler of all time, The Undertaker, because you brought friends, so I brought a friend. Cue the Bloodline, who gets double stuffed by Roman and Cody. Then they sign the consent forms because everyone, every good story needs a sequel, prequel, remake, and then a requel in 2024.
Just realized Cody's not going to get the last entrance in the match in his hometown of Bad Blood. That's actually crazy.
Right. And I need to talk to Reek here because Reek is sitting here talking about how Cody is pulling a Sammy and sticking his nose in business that wasn't his. This man said, I'm out. Roman could have just said, I'm here to handle family business, but he said, fuck Cody. And Cody is not one to just sit back and be like, let him say, fuck me. So Cody came out there. And then Roman also did not have to hand that man the contract when he reached for it because the Bloodline then came and attacked him and tried to beat on him too. So he's like, it's that line from The Godfather, right? I thought I was out, but they keep pulling me back in. They keep pulling him back in. He was done. He was out. He wanted none of this, right? He had his match. He won the cage match. He was good. I've beaten Solo like 12 times now. I beat the Tribal Chief and Discount Tribal Chief. Like, I'm good. And then Roman's like, yeah, no, fuck you. This is my house. He's not going to take that. And then Roman didn't have to hand him the contract. Roman said, I don't need consent forms and I don't need partners. And then what did Roman do? He signed a consent form and handed it to a partner right after he said that shit. That is on Roman Reigns. That is not on Cody Rhodes.
I'm going to address this step by step. Number one, he didn't address Cody because Cody wasn't part of the conversation. What he said was, I'm the original Tribal Chief. I'm the only Tribal Chief, and this is my WWE. And as far as I'm concerned, there was not a single lie told in that statement at the end of the day. When Roman shows up, it is a deafening pop throughout the arena. In fact, when Cody showed up in that main event segment when he was talking, he didn't get the same pop that Roman got. So, at the end of the day, in short, Roman to Cody, daddy's home. That's number one. Number two, when Cody shows up, he wanted to address that statement. Okay, that's fine. But then the Bloodline shows up and makes it a thing. Now, he said this isn't his problem. So if the Bloodline shows up, why didn't you leave? Let him handle his problem. Don't get involved in the fight. Dip out.
Because they came down for both of them. They didn't just come down for Roman. They came down and they were going to hand out hands to Cody too. And he is not just going to take an ass beating and not do something about it. If you're here to fight me, we're going to fight. I said I was done. You're not going to let me. Again, you're not going to let. I'm out and you keep pulling me back in.
Which brings me to point 3. Now, he takes the contract and he signs it. Before he did, he stood there holding it. Cody thought he was slick, thought he was on some Roman shit. Because, it was your WWE till I beat you. And he would the put his hand out for the contract. He gestured, and Roman said, all right, you know what? If you're going to be out here asking for it, here you go. He could have kept it and been like, hey, listen, I'll find me somebody to run this with.
He didn't need anyone to run it with according to him. He didn't need to find anyone. He said specifically, I don't need nobody, especially Cody Rhodes. And then he handed the contract to Cody.
Because he
did not for it. Okay. When has Roman ever given anyone what they've asked for since he's been Tribal Chief? Just because
he's a generous Tribal Chief. If you're gonna ask the right way, then he gonna listen. No. He gonna go up here like, hey, I'm not gonna sit up here and let you beg. Hey,
he sat out there and said, "Fuck Cody, fuck Cody, fuck Cody." He could have said, "Fuck Cody" one more time. He handed that man the contract. That's on him. And on top of that, your Tribal Chief is known for making bad decisions because he's the one that let Sammy in the first place and continue to deal with Sammy. Yes.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Whoa.
Sammy was the mascot of the Bloodline. You know,
he still let him in. He let the infiltrator in the camp. He opened the door. Now he's just handing contracts over to Cody Rhodes after Cody took his title from him.
Listen, we all entitled to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Sammy was a fan. He's a fan. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you see a fan who's like showing up to all your shows, you know what I'm saying, wearing your t-shirt. Somebody's a fan of Smackin It Raw. They keep showing up in the chat, you know what I'm saying? They wearing your merch and stuff. You're going to be like, hey, listen, you want to come on the show? You want to hang out for a little bit? That shit happens. That's all that happened with Sammy. He was a fan. So he's like, hey, we've done that around my cousins.
We've done that. And when it went bad, we stopped doing that. We've had, Katie and I specifically, they had people in the chat engaging with us, and they're like, we need to come on the show. And I'm like, dude, I don't know you like that.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you being here. I don't know you like that.
That's fair. Have y'all found the dude in the chat that
No, we haven't. No. Though if he was going to be here tonight, would be the night.
I'm telling, bro. Listen, I will not miss the moment that happens. Dude was shooting his shot like Kobe at the free throw line. R.I.P. Man,
that man is missing. He's never coming back.
We have hit an hour and a half. Katie, any thoughts? I got 3 more things from SmackDown, and then maybe you got some stuff I didn't talk about.
This is going to be the pettiest tag team to ever exist. They both hate each other. They're both petty little shitheads. So it's gonna be funny. Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't fucking know. But there's a lot of moving pieces to this.
This is gonna be Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels.
Oh wait.
Maybe.
Jesus. Roman made fun of Brock for not reading contract before signing. Roman signed the contract without reading first. Where is the
wise man?
Where Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman would have been out there like, Roman, no, don't give him that contract. Don't do it. No.
I thought Paul was gonna come out, honestly.
I'm about to say the plot twist of the year would have been if Paul would have showed up and said, "Hey, you need a tag partner? I got you right now," and Brock showed up. That would have been fine.
No, don't do that.
I need that.
Right.
Don't do that.
Just for the negativity alone.
Header.
Michin, not my chin, Michin, wins the match finally, but gets doubled down on by Piper and Chelsea, and then eats another trash can. Which, like, the first one against Nia was disrespectful. This was like doubly disrespectful.
Yeah. But
Who
like,
did you piss off?
she pissed off Chelsea. That's what she did. But Michin has. Listen, I can't wait for this fucking 250 women's list to come out because Michin better be goddamn top 10 at this point. I swear to fucking God. Because Michin has been busting her ass on multiple shows in good segments all around. So.
Vince, if you can hear me, I need you to come back before we get to the next part because it's specifically for you. Okay, good.
All right, you fucking witch.
And he muted.
You're muted.
I was watching and listening the whole time. Don't worry.
Okay, good. We're good here. Michin, trash can.
I'm gonna just repeat the same thing I said for Chelsea. For Piper, she could be a monster all by herself. We don't need to do this partnership shit no more. Like it's old at this point.
All right, so one Kevin Owens almost teamed with a default call from 2K26, but Randy made it in time, right? So the creator wrestler got a sitting jawbreaker, and then Theory and Waller took a loss from an extra fancy cutter.
And that's why he won Vince back.
Yeah.
So if they want to give their thoughts first, or
That's what we doing?
that's what he's doing specifically despite the man next to you.
You know that lore. You know how we got here.
I'm a gargle just because I don't really need to see A-Town Down Under versus KO and Randy anymore. I think they've proved that they're above them. Move along that storyline, either break them up or don't break them up. I really don't quite care that much. Good to see Randy back and hitting the RKO, and shout out to KO hitting the created Ka with a stunner, even though he should go back to the pop-up power pop.
He should.
Yeah. It's better for him. It fits him better.
I didn't care for this. I'm spitting it. First of all, why put surprise person when we know who it's gonna be? I'm waiting for Kevin to pull that trigger because it didn't happen at Bash in Berlin. Was that pay-per-view they had? Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't happen there. Didn't happen on the SmackDown prior. Didn't happen on SmackDown after. What are we waiting for? This Kevin Owens is stale. It's been stale for years. I'm tired of seeing it. Let this man be a killer again. That's what I need. I need it immediately. Because how much longer can we keep on acting like this is who he is deep down? The real Kevin Owens is the dude you cannot trust and will go and bang with somebody for 15 to 20 minutes ruthlessly. It's just the truth.
Yeah. No, I've been saying since the whole thing with Cody, it's not my Kevin Owens. Like, this is not the KO that I know and love. I mean, I'm always going to love Randy showing up. Randy's fucking 290 now. Holy shit.
Yeah, that motherfucker's eating humans.
Honestly, he might be. But, like, goddamn, Randall Keith Orton
I said it last week. Like if you watch Randy match from like I say even 2017, he looks scrawny as fuck. Just because that's how big as fuck he got now.
Which
It's wild.
yeah, he's been 290 since he came back. But like, whew. Goddamn.
What was the TNA pay-per-view that happened?
Victory Road.
Victory, yeah.
Are you looking at Victory Road?
I can't. I just want to see if anything interesting happened, real quick. Because
I can tell you someone showed up.
I got one thing specifically.
There's a guy in a cowboy hat and a trench coat.
We know some bullshit happened with Wikipedia. I heard TC reading off Wikipedia, and they were on some bullshit. So we're not going to go to Wikipedia. But
Wikipedia
last but not least, for me from SmackDown, there was a bunch of nonsense, but in the end, we get a tag match where if Bayley and Naomi defeat Tiffany and Nia, the one who gets the pin gets a title match. But if they lose the match and get pinned, the loser gets evicted from AJ Styles' house. Then Tiffany eats Naomi's ass.
I would see the AJ Styles' house coming.
Listen, after all was said and done in the ring, and Naomi was like twerking, Bayley was this fucking close to smacking her ass, and she just should have let the intrusive thoughts win. Meechin said she would have. I don't know why she didn't either. Exactly. Like, and we got a run time. It ran over 6 minutes. It didn't get cut off by the news.
I didn't even realize it was 10 o'clock because it just flew by.
It's just crazy. I didn't even notice, honestly. I was watching on tape delay because I just couldn't get the YouTube TV to work. So I was just like behind 15 minutes the whole fucking night, and then it just turned into an hour. So I didn't even notice it went with an overrun. But I'm with Katie. Bayley, next time, slap that ass.
Yeah.
Like somebody needs to. I don't think I've seen anybody do it, and if it's going to be anybody, it might as well be you.
I've seen Jimmy do it on Total Divas, but I don't think that counts.
That doesn't count.
That ain't the same.
I watched every episode of Total Divas, and I never saw Jimmy doing it.
He literally tried to do it the entire time. Like he had a whole like episode based on how horny
he was trying to do it, but I never actually saw him doing it.
You may be right. I'm just saying, like, I was just saying that I might have only seen it in Total Divas, and even then,
just like I saw Natalya trying to do it, but TJ wasn't about doing it.
It's because it wasn't Cesaro.
Oh man,
if it was Claudio, he would have done it.
That's crazy.
Katie is the only one on the same page with me right now.
TJ had me pissed off at one point.
All right.
Shit.
But to keep it canon, I can't fuck with Natty because even her husband did it at one point. I'm just saying.
That's the thing. Anything not good enough for Ritter from SmackDown?
I didn't have anything.
You didn't talk about Andrade versus Melo 5. And
I forgot about that.
Fantastic. Fuck LA Knight, man. He's really giving me a lot of bad energy, and I'm not fucking with it. Maybe it's because he's facing the Mexican, and like everything just comes out the wrong way. But then again, it probably would have came out the wrong way if it was the black man going against him too. So I don't know. LA Knight's just not hitting for me ever since that churro comment. I ain't about it. But shout out to Andrade. He got that one.
It's the curse of the chase, bro.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing, honestly. It's a real thing.
Here's the deal. I specifically leave out like a couple women's segments or matches, so Katie has something for not good enough for Ritter. I specifically leave out things like Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, so that it's not so you guys have something. If I talk about everything, so I leave you guys things to talk about. It's just whether or not you pick up what I'm putting down, what I leave behind.
Sometimes, ironically enough, you only write you cover everything I've written down, and sometimes I just skip things because I'm like, if it's not good enough for Ritter, why even talk about it?
I'm saying that match should be good enough for Ritter.
Yeah,
any of those matches.
But I left it here, so I figured Carmelo was going to be Katie, Andrade was going to be Vince. One of these two was going to do it.
That's a fair gamble. That's a fair gamble.
That's true, Katie. Because
I write everything else
Carmelo.
down. I didn't write it down one fucking week.
It's okay, Kitty. One of us talked about it. The gamble, it was a pretty solid gamble.
It's okay. She don't fuck with Melo no more. We understand.
Whoa.
She did say it. She called him some kind of negative
I'm not saying
names
nothing.
once upon a time.
Hey, that was against Triggers. We're different now.
So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of TNA in here at the end of the episode. One, first and foremost, father-daughter hanging out over in the TNAs. The NXT liaison, one Ariana Grace, who is the girlfriend of one Channing Stack Lorenzo.
Excuse me?
Oh,
The girlfriend of one Channing Stacks Lorenzo from the family.
Oh, he definitely can't fight. Y'all boys is on my shit list for life. He can't fight.
Then, they hook up, they do their thing. Also, as I was scrolling through the Victory Road results, the only thing that I really care about was mentioned. TNA Knockouts Championship, Wendy Chu versus Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace retains with the Juggernaut driver. Then gets jumped by Rosemary from behind and gets choked out by Sleepy Chu, who celebrates with Rosemary. So Jordan retains, but we got that match. That was cool. Also, I guess we're happy that JBL, when John Bradshaw Layfield showed up,
I'm not
hit Eddie.
Happy, but
Hit Eddie with a clothesline from hell. Still TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth over Moose.
Ziggles. Yeah, I mean, I just want to know what the fuck is the deal with him with JBL and Ziggles. Like,
I just want to know what the continuity is because I missed that episode.
he just keeps showing up wherever Ziggles is. I had it on screen, you didn't even see it.
Well, that's because I had to go back to the. Hold on, let's listen. Ariana is dating Stacks, but that is not canon on TV. Therefore, that does not make Santino officially part of the family. If it was Ariana is part of the family due to whatever, if that becomes canon, then yeah, father-in-law Santino. Which listen, Santino like coming into the Don's restaurant and like trying to be the tough dad to Stacks, like that would be some fucking comedy gold. I kind of need that in my life. So let's
low key. I want Jesus to will it into existence because it sounds like very comical stuff.
I mean, it
Like-
could happen.
Yeah,
we believe in Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry defeated Josh Alexander.
Who is this we?
The Royal We.
You're muted, sir.
me.
My bad.
No, Bree.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing around here. I don't get it. I never will get it.
He's a cult leader.
It's not okay. It's just not okay.
It's okay. You'll get it eventually. It takes some time.
All right.
I won't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our wrestling recap of the week in wrestling, and a little bit of the only important things that happened at Victory Road. Tony showing kicks.
Listen,
Unalive
if Santino pull up to the family,
Yeah,
he's
no, I
gonna
got
be
that. Unalive, Vince. Not kick, not kiss. Unalive.
That's what I said. I was not lying.
Kiss.
Oh.
Don't show Santino how to kiss someone.
If Santino come to the family, he the new Don. I'm saying it right now.
Whoa.
Nah, whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
With all of that said, we're just gonna pretend like Reek didn't say that dumb shit. We're gonna move on. What was your favorite show you watched this week, Katie?
I gotta stick to my guns. I'm going NXT. Raw was a close second, but I'm going NXT.
Okay. Vince?
I'm gonna go to SmackDown just because Andrade won that match right before Mexican Independence Day and Hispanic Heritage Month. So yeah, win for Mexicans.
Okay. Reek, your favorite show?
I just slightly edged SmackDown over NXT. Slightly.
Okay. I'm going Raw. I got Evil Dead Punk. I got Gunther calling Sammy a bitch and saying I'm still not giving you any of this dick. And I got the Bloodline, or not the Bloodline, the Judgment Day shit, which was all fucking fantastic. So I'm gonna go Raw.
I'm glad you like Judgment
every-
Day this week.
We know you go Raw, sir.
Yes, that's how I got baby number 2.
How that's a
Everyone gets Cobra sock puppets instead of Tommy guns, dude. All right. Anyway,
I think it's funny.
Rick, please tell everyone about Young Kings Wrestling and this imaginary podcast you have called the Havoc Hour that you've been saying is going to come back for like a year and a half that hasn't dropped a new episode.
All right, so full disclosure, I don't know what I'm doing with the Havoc Hour, but me and TC are going to work on something separate. So I might just shift to that, what we do there.
I like that. I heard that.
Yeah, just to kind of, and I might be bringing somebody else in on that. So I might be doing a whole rebrand. But for now, everything that is there of the Havoc Hour can be found everywhere on Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube for the video versions. Young Kings Wrestling is hot off the press. It's already uploaded, probably going to get dropped on Monday, noonish, probably around that time. So that'll be dropping. You can find us everywhere at YK Wrestling. Go to YKWrestling.com for all the content and the merch. And of course, you can find me at Recapper24 on Instagram and on Twitter.
Vince?
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SCSVince. Check out the Get Show podcast at Get Show Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere else in between. Go follow the homie Just. And we're going to be back with Get Show Podcast on the 18th. I believe that's Wednesday. And we're going to be on the Circle Debate, the YouTube channel network, or Twitch. So check that out. We're going to be going live. It's going to be the first live episode of the Get Show Podcast. So it's going to either be really good or it's going to be a shit show. Stay tuned. It might just be me and Just, or we might have some guest characters from Get Show Past. We'll see. We'll see.
Both things can be true. It can be both really good and a shit show. This podcast is proof of that.
Y'all gonna get Garn?
Say what?
Y'all gonna get Garn?
We're trying to get Garn, but you know it's hard with that schedule, you know. But we'll see. It'll be live 9:30 Central Standard Time, I believe, is the time. So check that out.
I was gonna say they are getting Charlie because only Pretty Kyle can get Charlie come out of the basement.
Sure.
It's the only one with the key.
Katie?
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter, Katie Wrestling13, the link tree I'm about to take all things Sheely Showcase, twitch.tv/Sheely Showcase, and youtube.com/Sheely Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. We're celebrating year 3 of Sheely on Thursday, so that's going to be fun. I still have to put together that stupid fucking year in X minutes video, which is, I don't want to do, but I have to. So that's going to be fun. The shirt that I fucking ordered that I actually want to sell should actually be here next week. So maybe I can actually start fucking selling that. So that'll be fun. And I did hit up Jason Baker. So I haven't heard anything yet. I emailed him yesterday. So we'll see. But yeah.
All of those things, happy 3rd anniversary early. However, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, whenever Savannah can't make it, my schedule will allow me to be live at normal time for any episodes of the Sheely Showcase that may require either I or the Rack. Should you
No.
we will be available.
No more solo
at your use.
And they'll stop
She
using
can do it if
solo
she wants, but I'm here for her if she needs me now, when need be. And
That
Zoe
makes-
probably too, because she'll still be awake. So, anyway, you guys can follow me at Matt Ridders, TTRIDDR, for your wrestling content on Twitter, at Getting Off for your horror content. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, on Sunday, Trick or Trivia 3, all things Halloween. I have done a lot to revamp this show, and bells and whistles and all sorts of things. So come check it out. This is the most extravagant version of the show that you guys will have seen to this date. We have 3 amazing competitors. Well, we have Tommy, and then we also have Will and Alexis.
Nah, what
Jesus,
the fuck did Tommy do?
That would be post-show
Why he
content.
catching
We don't do post-shows
strays?
anymore, Jesus. No, we love Tommy. Tommy almost beat everyone. Tommy almost beat Reek last episode. So Tommy is fantastic. We have Will and then Alexis from Down for the Count, all competing to meet Reek and Katie in the finals at the end of the year. You guys can follow me everywhere else at Smackin It Raw, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And as I mentioned, if you guys didn't hear it, This show will be staying on Saturdays, but bumping up another hour to 9 p.m. now with my new schedule. And after this week, getting off is moving to Fridays at 9 p.m. after SmackDown goes off air. So, for Daddy Delgado, Deadbeat Poppy, my friend Steve, the host of the She Elite Showcase, Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, and Dr. Reek Baker, BBC. I am the patron saint of podcasting, Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub.